All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So the Green Bay Packers are back, right? We know this, and the NFL season is now officially over. And the Green Bay Packers, even though they started 3-6, even though they had a first-year starting quarterback in Jordan Love, who should have gotten some MVP votes, by the way, all things considered, it's just unbelievable. The Green Bay Packers had an unbelievable season, and it was a heartbreaking loss to the San Francisco 49ers. But what's even crazier to me is people are already buying into the Packers hype. This is something that Packers fans, like, we went through that second half of the season and we saw it emerge and form right before our eyes. And we end up going 9-8 and we end up making the playoffs. And there was like the funniest tweet I ever seen. It was the NFL Fox podcast, whatever the hell that is. They did a top 10 teams for 2024 and they had the Green Bay Packers at 4. They had the Green Bay Packers at 4, and the joke was somebody said, that rebuild was the longest 2 months of my life. It's crazy. Over the final 8 games of the regular season, Jordan Love had the third highest completion percentage at 70.3 and the second highest passer rating at 112.7 in the entire National Football League. In his 2 playoff games, he completed 67.3% of his passes and had 108.6 rating. Now we're starting to see that not only is Jordan Love the quarterback of the future, which was a question at the start of last season. That was a question 1 year ago. Actually, it was more so who's going to be the quarterback for Green Bay next season. Totally different vibe. We don't have to deal with Aaron Rodgers. We've got a great head coach. We've got a brand new defensive coordinator. And we're going to talk about the Packers because, by the way, guys, they have the 5th most draft capital of any team in the National Football League. This is a great time. All right. I am ecstatic. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already for daily NFL content. I'm a Packers fan, as you guys can tell. I post a ton of Packers content on this channel. Packers fans, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So, I don't like San Francisco for my own personal reasons because it feels like my entire life they've taken down Green Bay. But that analytic that had the top 10 teams, Green Bay being 4, is just crazy to me because we were 3-6. We were 3-6. We were losing to teams like the Las Vegas Raiders in just embarrassing primetime fashion, and it lasted 2 months. What a time to be alive. Goot does such a good job drafting these guys. Management-wise, world-class. Organization, world-class. So, once again, the Packers have the 5th most draft capital of any team. We have the 25th pick in the first round. We've got the 41st pick, 58, 88, you name it. We've got the 5th most draft picks this year. Draft capital. All right, so Goot's licking his chops right now. And, we do have some questions. First off, we got a brand new defensive coordinator. We've been talking about the last couple of weeks. They got a couple of holes to fill. David Bakhtiari has played like 13 games in the past 3 seasons. He's a big trade candidate. I just saw Christian Watson as a potential trade candidate. I understand that. What really sucks is the Packers offensively, offense wins championships now. It's not defense wins championships. Your offense becomes your defense. And the Packers are just littered with young players. Right? We had the youngest team in the NFL. We had the youngest team to make the playoffs since 1970. They had an historic season. And Christian Watson, what really sucks about him specifically is he's supposed to be our star wide receiver number 1. We don't really have a clear-cut number 1. Kind of appeared like it could have been Jaden Reed in the regular season. What's crazy is Jaden Reed was a rookie. Then it looked like it was Romeo Doubs in the postseason who lit it up. Just real quick, what sucks about Christian Watson is if he can stay healthy, the dude's going to be an absolute animal. I don't think we'll trade or sign a clear-cut wide receiver 1. Maybe they, make a low-key free agent acquisition. I highly doubt they'd even trade Christian Watson. But once again, I revert back to in the regular season before he got injured a lot. But he had 2 great games right when the Packers were starting to pick up steam. 5 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown against Detroit in that huge Thanksgiving Day win. Then the next Sunday night against the Kansas City Chiefs, 7 catches, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then he comes back for the playoffs. And to be honest with you, it really only was Romeo Doubs in the playoffs as far as statistically goes. Romeo Doubs is set up to explode in year 3. Rookie season, 42 catches, 425 yards, 3 touchdowns. This past season, 59 catches, 674 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And he lit it up in the playoffs. This dude was a beast. Against Dallas, 6 catches, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Against San Francisco, 4 catches for 83 yards. But once again, you've got AJ Dillon is going to be a free agent. I still have Aaron Jones, so they'll probably, I don't know if it's going to be through the draft or free agency, pick up a RB2 once again. They have some holes at the offensive tackle position because Jordan Love is clearly the Packers' future now. You need to protect him. That's first and foremost. And Green Bay, my entire life, has done such a good job at protecting their QBs. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. Dude, Jordan Love could have actually been the MVP. I mean, it's hard because, we've been removed from Packers football for like a month now. It's just crazy to watch some of these games, to watch some of these plays. Like, folks, there were questions in like week 6 if Green Bay should draft a quarterback. I remember like listening to the radio, watching TV shows saying the Green Bay Packers should tank the rest of the season and try and get a guy like Caleb Williams. Jordan Love, in his rookie season, we just named all those second half stats. He finished the year with 32 touchdown passes and 11 interceptions and a rating of 96.1. Should have been in the MVP conversations. But folks, if Hafley can get this defense playing to their full potential, and we've talked about the defense so much in the last couple of weeks here, Quay Walker, Kenny Clark. I just saw Kenny Clark as a potential trade candidate. I'm not sure I buy into that, but Lucas Van Ness, youngsters, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, like it's littered with young talent, veteran talent. There's stars, there's promising rising stars like Quay Walker. Quay Walker's about to become a superstar, by the way, neither here nor there. If that defense can unlock its full potential, the Green Bay Packers, as they should have this past season, if we're keeping it a buck, they're going to make a ton of NFC championship games and they're going to make a ton of Super Bowls. And I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself, but like the writing is on the wall here, dude. That wide receiver room, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, the 2 tight ends as well. Jaden Reed, rookie season, 64 catches for almost 800 yards. Romeo Doubs, 674 yards. Dontavian Wicks, the rookie, who almost looks identical to Devontae Adams, 39 catches, 581 yards. Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave had a combined 700 receiving yards. This wide receiver core is loaded. And I'm so curious what Goot's going to do with all of this draft capital. I'm curious what they're going to do in free agency. I'm curious if guys are going to get traded, if guys are going to get moved on. It's a really good time to be a Packers fan, and we know this. But the NFL is starting to, and they should have. And we almost took down San Francisco, so I guess it was kind of clear on a bigger scale. But like this Packers team is here to stay, and they're here to dominate the NFL for a number of years, hopefully at least, right? So that's it for today. I guess kind of like a little Packers hype video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. But Packers fans, I want to hear a confidence scale, 1 out of 10, 10 being very confident, down below in the comment section. I'm a 10. That's it for me. Peace.